Breakfast the other day, and we're listening to NPR. We always listen to NPR because we're better than you. And so we're listening to NPR at breakfast the other morning, and there's this one story where they kept using this phrase. They kept saying 9/11 deniers. They kept saying that. 9/11 deniers. And my daughter was like, what is that? And I said, well, it's a group of people that think September 11th was a conspiracy. And she said, oh, I thought they were saying 9/11 deniers. Yeah, she thought they meant 9 people who just ain't buying this 11 bullshit. Just a small fringe group, really. There's only 9 of them. But they still got on NPR, they got on the radio because they're dedicated. They protest every day. They're the 9/11 deniers. They're outside of the White House. It goes 10, 12, 13. Just know it. We are the 9/11 deniers. We know that 11 is a bullshit number propagated on the people by the man. Why do we have 11 when we have 13 and 14 and 15 and 16, 17, motherfucking 18 and 19, but we do not have a 1 team? What happened to 1 team? The government took 1 team and replaced it with some bullshit called 11. We are the 9 that deny that shit. Mr. President, give us back 1 team. I don't mean to offend any Chinese people with the stereotype, but... That's right, I'm Chinese, motherfuckers. I lived in Shanghai. I'm Chineser than a motherfucker. I'm a chopsticks and whatnot. Ha! All right. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Stereotypes are harmful. That's the truth. But the voices are funny. And I don't know how to reconcile those two facts. I enjoy doing the voices, but they're offensive. So I do them at home. I used to do them for my kids when they were little. They liked them. They didn't know it was a race thing. They just enjoyed, Daddy, do the friendly man. You want me to be the friendly man, little girl? We love the friendly man. He loves little white girls too. Let's have some scrambled eggs. And then they grew up and I was like, don't talk about the friendly man. Maybe don't talk to your teachers about them. My kids go to public school in New York City, and send your kids there then. Teach them that's what life is like. The teachers amaze me because, I don't know, this is the worst, here's the worst thing about this country to me, is that there's no more noble profession than to be a public school teacher. It's easily, please don't, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like where it's going. I don't recommend clapping at any things. You'll regret it at the end of the thing. In a democracy, there's no more noble contribution you can make than to teach in a public school. And in this country, the people that do that, they're fucking losers. They're just rock bottom fucking losers. And everybody knows it, but they keep doing it. New people are teaching every day, knowing how shitty it is. They show up, they tell them ahead of time, hi, what is this job? And they say, okay, here's what we need you to do. We need you to make children know math. Wow. Do they want to know math? No, they don't want to know it. You need to make them know it against their will while they're exploding sexually and Who are these children? Just whatever kids live near the building. How much do I get paid? About $10 every 4 years. What if I get really good at it? What happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. Nobody notices, and you get fired, and you die alone. Okay, I'll try it for 25 years. My daughter's learning about Greek mythology, and she was asking me questions about it. She was like, Daddy, who's Achilles' mother? I said, I don't fucking know. Don't ask me that shit. I don't know who Achilles' mother is. Don't yell it out if you know it, please. It can't be amputees. Nobody cares what you know. She had a question about Achilles, and it was an interesting question, and I'll tell it to you. But first, the story of Achilles, real quick. Achilles was a baby. He was a Greek baby. And he didn't stay that way, but when he was a Greek baby, his mother, who was a goddess, took him into the river Styx, which is at Hades, the land of the dead. And she dipped him in the water of the river Styx because there was a magical quality to that water that it would make you impervious of any harm. You couldn't be hurt. It was like a shield, right? So she dipped him in that water to protect him. But she held him by the heel. That's the important detail. Held him by the heel, which is an awkward way to hold a baby. By the heel. Try holding a baby by the heel and dipping it in a river. You will never see that baby again.
I lost the baby in the water. I was trying to wash him and he fell in the river. I'm sorry, Miss Achilles, I lost your baby. You told me to hold him by the heel. He's asleep.
Achilles' mother's Mexican nanny. It's a lesser-known character in the Iliad. Anyway, his mother, she was able to hold on, of course, because she was a goddess. She was the goddess of grip or whatever, I don't know. And she held on, and then he was protected, except on his heel. His heel was not protected. And so that's what we call your Achilles heel, your one vulnerable place. Everybody's got their Achilles heel. Achilles' Achilles heel was his heel. Like literally. Anyway, so my daughter, here was her question. She said, how come his mother didn't just dip him again? She could have just dipped him one more time with the other leg in there. Did she just like you're like a sign that says one dip per goddess? Did you ever color an Easter egg? It's not that complicated. You dip it, and then you hold it differently and dip it again. Smart kid. I was proud of her. But at the same time, I thought, who the fuck are you to judge this woman? It bothered me. Because here's what the story of Achilles teaches me, is that if you're a parent, it's never enough what you do for these motherfuckers. It's just never enough. It's still gonna be your fault. How much more do you want from a mother? She dipped her kid in magic water and protected 99% of his body. Is any of it up to him? He could have just wore a big shoe and be careful. But he goes out in sandals, fucking flip-flops, and a sword and fights the whole planet. I'm Achilles because my mother dipped me. Finally, somebody got him in the heel, and he's like, Mom! Thanks a lot, Mom! in my heel. She's so stupid, she ruined it. Fuck you, Achilles, you Greek dick. Hello. All right. Thank you. All right, faggot, how you doing? Sorry, I called him a faggot. I miss that word, you know. I grew up saying that word, and it never meant gay. When I was a kid, I didn't know what gay was. No, I hadn't been told that people do that. I had no fucking idea. Faggot didn't mean gay. When I was a kid, you called somebody faggot because they're being a faggot, you know? Someone's just being a faggot. Nee. Shut up, faggot. And I'm supposed to use those for that. Shut up, faggot. Didn't mean, like, I would never call a gay guy a faggot unless he's being a faggot. But not because he's gay, you understand? Like, if I saw two guys blowing each other, and I don't know why I'm watching them do it, but if I just happen to... I stumbled upon a couple of fellas blowing one another on their respective penisia. It's a plural for penis that I invented today. Penisia. I would be respectful to them. I would, hello, gentlemen, whatever, But if one of them took the dick out of his mouth and started acting all faggy and saying annoying faggy things, people from Phoenix are Phoenicians or something like that. I'd be like, hey, shut up, faggot. Faggot! Quit being a faggot and suck that dick. That's what I would say to him. I don't know. I would never call somebody a mean name because they're sucking a dick. Because if you can suck a dick, man, that's awesome. I respect you. Because I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, I haven't tried and failed. I just have put myself there in my mind and I couldn't do it because I'm afraid. That's the only reason. But that's why if you can suck a dick, I think there's a strength in being able to do that. I believe that. I don't believe that blowing somebody comes easily to anybody. Even if it's something that you generally do, every new dick must take something out of you. There must be something you gotta do to get yourself ready, Okay, here we go. I'm gonna suck you. Okay. Here we go! So, faggot. I don't know. A lot of words that are... They're not bad words. No words are bad. But some people start using them a lot to hurt other people, and then they become bad. They become hard to use. There's words that I love that I can't use because other people use them wrong to hurt other people. Like the word cunt is a beautiful word. To me, there's just beauty in that word. And I mean aesthetically. It's like chocolatey and round on the ends. I just like the way it sounds. And I don't use it as an insult. I'm alone in the laundry. I'm like, cunt. I just like saying it. I would never call a woman a cunt, except for my mom, because she likes us for some weird reason. But it's a very misused word. It's supposed to mean vagina, which I don't think works at all. Because vaginas are so sweet. They're little pretty things with little flower petally lips, and I hear a piccolo in my head every time I see a vagina. Even vagina's too harsh for. They should be called like a.
There should be a butterfly fluttering around every vagina all the time. Just all the time. Little butterfly. And you go to the doctor, he's like, well, the butterfly looks good, so we're in good shape. Good color to the butterfly. How do you look at something that pretty and say, that's a cunt? That doesn't fit at all. Maybe if it was a giant vagina and it was attacking a town and throwing buses around and knocking over telephone poles, then you could say, hey, somebody shoot that cunt with a bazooka. It's gonna step on the candy store. So, faggot, cunt. Everybody has different words that offend them, different things that they hear that they get offended by. To me, the thing that offends me the most is every time that I hear the N-word. Not nigger, by the way. I mean the N-word. Literally, whenever a white lady on CNN with nice hair says the N-word, that's just white people getting away with saying nigger. That's all that is. They found a way to say nigger. N-word. It's bullshit, because when you say the N-word, you put the word nigger in the listener's head. That's what saying a word is. You say the N-word and I go, oh, she means nigger. You're making me say it in my head. Why don't you fucking say it instead and take responsibility for the shitty words you want to say? Just say it. Don't hide behind the first letter like a faggot. Just say nigger, you stupid cunt. I don't know. I don't care. Somebody will kick my ass. I mean, all this shit goes on in my head. I don't really I thought the word nigger the other day. I'm going to tell you this story, and it wasn't racist. It wasn't a race even connotation. Let me tell you what happened. I went to a coffee place, and it was like a cool indie coffee. I don't like Starbucks anymore because you go there and they don't care anymore. They just press a button and some old lady's diarrhea comes out and they just give it to you. So I go to like a young people cool coffee place with like my band's playing notices on the walls, and it's called like the Howling Do whatever thing, and the dude behind the counter's got a tight t-shirt and a ponytail, and he's like, hey, what's up, man? And I was like, hey, can I get a cappuccino? And he's like, yeah, right on, totally. Like, he's amazed that he could help me. Like, oh yeah, I got all this stuff right here. That's awesome. And so he starts making my coffee he worked so hard. He ground the beans just for that one cup and put them in the thing and tamped them with this old thing, and you click, clack, and click, and then he took the milk and he frothed it like for like an hour, and then he banged it on the counter. I don't know why, it was awesome, and he scooped it in and put a little cocoa on it, and he said, here you go, man. And I was just blown away, and for some reason, as I left there, the thought in my head was, that nigger made the shit out of my coffee. I don't know why. He wasn't black. That's just what was in my heart for some reason. Was that nigger made the shit out of my coffee. I don't know. I don't care. I'm all sweaty. I don't feel good. I ate too much and masturbated too recently. You know, that kind of... You know, it's bad to like jerk off and run out the door because you run into somebody, oh, she knows, like you gotta take some time alone to get to process the shame. And I can't stop eating. Today, I weighed myself today. I don't know why. I'm not using the information. It's not guiding my behavior. Why am I bothering to find out exactly how much of a piece of shit I am? I weighed myself, and I usually hover around 230. 240 today. 240. I weigh 240 pounds, which is not, no, it's not okay. Because there's no way, like, you know when you go to a doctor, they give you like a formula for how much your weight, like a rule of thumb. I'm pretty sure it's not your age plus 200 pounds. That doesn't seem like... Like, I was watching a boxing match today, and both guys, they weighed 110 pounds each. So, both of those guys still need a fat baby and a dead dog to make me. And it's really bad because I'm 40 and my doctor's like, yeah, you got to be less people. You can't be so much. He just told me this is bad. And he starts asking me about my eating habits, you know? Like there's habits, like there's a pattern. It's just chaos and awfulness. It's just desperate constant. He's like, how many meals and how many bowel movements a day? I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's just a blur. I'm just shitting and eating all day. I pack my body to capacity and then blow it out my asshole. That's it. Every shit is an emergency. Does that give you some idea of my eating habits? And he's trying to get a handle on my. He's like, dude, okay, look. Well, how soon into a meal do you typically feel full and stop eating? I'm like, I don't stop eating when I'm full. The meal is not over when I'm full. The meal is over when I hate myself. That's when I stop. I guess normal people eat till they're like, oh, that's all the nutrition I require right there. I just reached it. I will cease the intake now and convert this into useful energy throughout the day. No. Every time I eat, it ends with me, why the fuck did I eat Dude, get it away. I don't want to look at that shit. That's all. It's all right here, too. It's like, I got syrup in my veins, like for blood. I got syrup. It's going to be bad later. I can't take care of myself. And I'm always just uncomfortable, just sweaty, and just like this is such a bummer. Like, it's my nightmare. It's my whole life. Best thing that ever happened to me was boxer briefs. I'm so happy about boxer briefs. It doesn't seem like a big deal to most people, but before boxer briefs, I was trapped between the two awful worlds of briefs and boxers. Briefs are for normal man with one leg here and one leg here. Two totally separate legs with a whole area between. And the briefs go up into this little valley, this little area, and they come down like this, and they can just tuck up in there and just hold them nicely. Because he's got all that air and negative space. But this is just all mashed together, just upsetting, stingy, red, sweaty, just like, this looks like a pig's ass when I'm naked. Like, even my dick is curly like the tail. Like, this is a pig's ass. And I pull briefs on and they just go, and they just grab my dick and balls. Like, here's your balls, you fat bastard. You like that? And they just dig up in there with this viciously sharp cotton and after a while I'd have just this wad of just damp cloth, just a wad of wet cotton, just like the size of a tennis ball, like a huge wad of wet cotton. And boxers were worse because they just let everything flap around and touch each other and upset each other. I need everything to be segregated down here. I need everything would stick and just get. And also, when I had boxers on, for some reason, I always had just water. Like a quarter cup of water just sloshing around my asshole all the time. What is this water? It's hovering around my asshole. Defying gravity, just like an upside down glass of water in my ass. I gotta manage because I can't stop eating. I exercise a lot. I run 5 miles every other day to maintain this shit body that I have. Because the food, man, I eat like high octane crap. Like the other day I got a cinnabon. Do you know what a cinnabon is? Let me explain cinnabons to those of you with self-respect who just walk right by shit like that and have no idea what dudes like me are eating. Because The line at Cinnabon is not a varied group of people. It's not all kinds of folks trying out a Cinnabon. It's not like there's a skinny Chinese girl and then a little dude. It's just... And no one's happy on the Cinnabon line. No one's like, I love these, I can't wait. No one's excited to get one. It's all dudes like me or fatter saying like, oh, fuck, I'm getting a Cinnabon. Oh, shit. I gotta cancel all that shit I was gonna do too, because this is gonna be... Here's what a Cinnabon is. Let me explain it to you. It's a 6-foot-high cinnamon swirl cake made for one sad fat man. Even if you have a vagina, you are a man if you're eating a Cinnabon. In that moment, you're a man. It's a sticky, hot bun, and it comes with a little tub of jizzy hot syrup. It's hot cum. There's no way that's not hot cum. How is that not hot cum? They should call it a fat faggot treat, just to make us say that when we, because we don't slow us down. We don't give a shit. Yeah, give me a fat faggot treat, please. Yeah, with a hot cum, dude. I don't care. What do you think? I have integrity? I'm buying a Cinnabon right now. I'm buying a Cinnabon at the airport that I arrived at. You understand why that's extra disgusting, right? Because when you're leaving, if you're at your destination, when you're at the airport, you're leaving, you can go like, oh, I gotta eat. I need food, and because I might be trapped in the sky forever, and I should eat right now. But this is, I've landed. The trip is over. I'm 20 minutes from my house where I got bananas and apples and shit. And I'm sitting on my luggage just fucking eating a Cinnabon. With a fork and knife, just, It was a shitty one, too. It was old. The dude at the thing, he was about to take it in and close, and I was like, no, give me that, now. And he didn't want to sell it to me. He's like, this is very old, please don't buy it. Don't buy it, it's too old. I was like, dude, I'm eating that. That's what's gonna happen next. You decide if we're going to be in the paper tomorrow, but that shit's going in my face. I already made the shitty decision. Don't ruin it. Just give me the jizz. Ooh, yes, thank you, Jim. Just drinking the jizz with my eyes closed. The Cinnabon jizz. Big fat faggot that I am. I'm a fat faggot. You are what you are, I'm 40 now, and that's, I'm 40. I'm half dead, basically. 40's a weird age. You get to this point where, like, you're not old enough for anybody to give a shit that you're old. Nobody's like, I helped a 40-year-old guy today, and it felt really good to do something for him. Nobody spends their holidays delivering hot meals to 40-year-olds. And you're not young enough for anybody to ever be proud of you or impressed. They're just like, yeah, do your job, asshole. Nobody cares. That's what you're supposed to do. And the world looks at you like when you're 40, if you go to the doctor, guess what? They don't try to fix anything anymore. They stop trying to fix shit. When you get to be 40, they just go, yeah, it starts to happen. They don't care. I went to the doctor because my ankle hurt, right? Now, if you're 20, and you have a bad shoulder, the doctor will reconstruct your shoulder through miracles of modern science. He'll take your ear and make a shoulder out of it. It's weird. But when you're 40, they just give you no options. They don't care. I went, because my ankle, I was limping for like a month out of nowhere. And the doctor, he brings me in, he shows me an x-ray of my ankle. He's like, yeah, your ankle's just worn out. I was like, What do you mean, I injured my ankle? He's like, no, it's just shitty now. Just see that dark area? Ugh, it's all hardened. Yeah, they get like that. And they're not good anymore. I was like, well, so just goodbye? Nothing? Is there nothing? You just, nothing? There's no, it's like an incurable shitty ankle. That's it. And he goes, well, there's things you can do. You can stretch. For a half hour a day, you should stretch your ankle. I was like, how long will that take to fix it? He's like, no, you just do that now. That's just a new thing you do until you and your shitty ankle both die. I was like, dude, this hurts a lot. And he goes, well, you could take a leave. Just take a leave. You could buy it, just take it. And you can take whatever amount. It doesn't matter. Like, don't pay attention to the dosage. Like, really? He's like, yeah, you could take 10 a day. You'd be fine. He said take 10 a leave a day. I said, I heard, doesn't that stuff like hurt your intestines? He goes, oh yeah, it'll do some intestinal damage after a while. But you just got to weigh that against how much you like your ankle not hurting. This is all totally true, by the way. This is exactly what happened. And at one point I was like, hey, what if I was like an athlete or something? He goes, you're not an athlete, so no to whatever else you were about to say. It's bleak. It's harder for old people. My grandmother's 95. She can't see out of her left eye. It just shut off. The last time we went to see her, she's like, I can't see out of my left eye. And we're all like, oh, hey, what was Christmas like in the 40s? Maybe run out the clock on the eye thing if we're lucky, you know? So I go to her doctor. He's right at the end of the hall. He's there always like 90 feet away from her. So I go to the doctor and I said, you know, she can't see out of her left eye at all. And I swear to God, he goes, well, she's probably got a bunch of tumors in her head. I swear to God. That's exactly what he said. I remember it because I was blown away by how none of his education he applied to this particular diagnosis. He said that she's probably got a bunch of tumors in her head. He's a doctor and he called it her head. He almost said fucking head. I swear to God, like that's what he was thinking. She's probably got a bunch of tumors in her fucking head. Oh, who gives a shit? That old cunt will be dead in a week. I ain't gonna get up from my death because of her eye. What, does she need 2 eyes to see the shitty place you fucking put her because you don't love her enough? Anyway, I ain't there yet. I'm halfway there. 40-year-old guys are not good specimens either. We're not. Like, I have a friend who has a lot of young girlfriends. He always goes, and he goes a little too, they're too young. And it's not okay. You know, he brings them around and you're like, dude, don't. Like, literally point at her face and go, don't fuck her. That's awful. Because, and she's like, just bad, you know? But so he was going to have sex with her one night, and he said he wanted to go all night. Like, he wanted to really last a long time. So he said, I'm going to drink a lot of milk so I can have a lot of sex. He was like, who told you that mattered? And he goes, well, because you can come more if you drink milk. This guy actually thinks that, like, you run out of cum, but if you drink milk, your body goes like, oh, dude, that's perfect. Just send that right through. That's fine. Nobody will know the difference. Just go ahead and send it through. Run out of cum and a pinch milk is fine. It does, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and send it right through. Spray it all over his cat's face, whatever he was doing. What? I'll come on my cat's face. If she's watching, she's going to get a face full of cum. She knows that by now. She knows. It's her fault now. Come on my cat's face once, shame on me. I don't have a cat. I don't have a cat. I never had one. I mean, I would come on a cat's face. I'm not trying to take that back. I just don't happen to have a cat. I have a dog, and I had a dog when I was a teenager, and yeah, I did once. I made my dog lick cottage cheese off my balls, which is something you now can't unknow. You just know it. I did this. And I only hesitated to start the sentence only because I wasn't sure whether to say that I let my dog lick cottage cheese off my balls or that I made him lick cottage cheese. And really, considering how much dogs love cheese, I think I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. I think that's probably the fairest way to put it. I remember it so clearly. And I remember the look on the dog's face. He was like, oh, fuck, dude, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this to us? Just put it on a plate. Why do I have to lick it off your goddamn balls? All right, come on, fine, let's do it. I'm doing it. I don't care. Look, you gotta live with this. I'll be dead in 2 years. I'm a dog. This is your problem. Sorry I'm being so negative. I'm a bummer. I don't know. I shouldn't be. I'm a very, lucky guy. I got a lot going for me. I'm healthy. I'm relatively young. I'm white, which thank God for that shit, boy. That is a huge leg up. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, I love being white. I really do. Seriously, if you're not white, you're missing out because this shit is thoroughly good. But let me be clear, by the way. I'm not saying that white people are better. I'm saying that being white is clearly better. Who could even argue? If it was an option, I would re-up every year. Oh, yeah, I'll take white again. Absolutely. I've been enjoying that. I'm going to stick with white. Thank you. Here's how great it is to be white. I could get in a time machine and go to any time, and it would be fucking awesome when I get there. Exclusively a white privilege. Black people can't fuck with time machines. A black guy in a time machine is like, hey, anything before 1980? No, thank you. I don't want to go. But I can go to any time. The year 2? I don't even know what's happening then. But I know when I get there, welcome, we have a table right here for you, sir. Thank you. Oh, it's lovely here in the year 2. I can go to any time. In the past, I don't want to go to the future and find out what happens to white people because we're going to pay hard for this shit. You got to know that. They're not going to just fall from number 1 to 2. They're going to hold us down and fuck us in the ass forever. And we totally deserve it. But for now, whee! Now, if you're white and you don't admit that it's great, you're an asshole. It is great. And I'm a man. How many advantages could one person have? I'm a white man. You can't even hurt my feelings. What can you really call a white man that really digs deep? Hey, cracker. Oh, ruined my day. Boy, shouldn't have called me a cracker. Bringing me back to owning land and people. What a drag. I am married, though. That takes me down a few pegs. The other night, my wife sent me to Walgreens to get toilet paper because we were out of toilet paper because I had thrown it all in the garbage so I could get out of the house. So I'm driving to Walgreens. It was nighttime, and I'm driving, and then I see a deer, and I fucking hate deer. I hate them because they're everywhere up there. I used to live in the city, and I loved deer then because I was this liberal in the city, and I'd see deer, and you drive with your friends out to the country, and you see a deer, and everybody's like, oh my God, turn around the car, don't scare the deer. It's just so beautiful. Look at the beautiful deer. Look how he looks around. It's just so mysterious and beautiful. God gave us a gift, everybody. Just enjoy it. And just enjoy the gift of the beautiful deer. But now I live, and deer are in my fucking fucking yard every day, and they suck. They're just rats with hooves. They don't matter. They have ticks that give you Lyme disease, and they shit everywhere, and they make a noise. Did you know that? They go, oh, they're assholes. They're shit animals. I go out every morning and throw rocks at them, and I try really hard to hit them on the head with rocks. And they don't care. They're like, they don't care. I don't have a gun, but if I did, I would shoot a baby deer in the mouth and feel nothing. I wouldn't feel anything. I just go, oh, look, he's dead. That's interesting. I guess that's what happens when you shoot him in the fucking mouth. I go out of my way to kill a deer. I would happily blow 20 guys in an alley with bleedy dicks so I could get AIDS and then fuck a deer and kill it with my AIDS. I would do that in a second. I mean it. I mean it. So I see this deer, and this is how dumb these deer. I hit him with the headlights, and he does that whole thing, and then he won't just go. He's like, "Can I go? Is it okay if I go?" Like and I'm like, "Fucking go! You're gonna go." He's like, "Can I go?" Like, just go! And then I get close, and I try to kind of get away from him, and then I see him, and he looks at me, and he panics. I swear, and he ran and smashed his body into my fucking car. Like, just destroyed my mirror, just shattered my mirror, broke his neck. I heard him break his own fucking neck, and then he just dragged his stupid deer head into the woods, and he died. And I'm glad he's dead. I was glad right away. I got out of my car, I did, and I yelled into the woods, "I'm glad you're dead, you fucking idiot!" I hope your dear wife finds you dead and dies of a broken heart. Hope your dear baby starved to death. You broke my mirror, you faggot, cunt, nigger deer. So I go to Walgreens. I just kept going. I got to buy drugs all the time because I got kids. Kids are like buckets of disease that live in your house. And you get sick from them all the time. I got sick. Last week I had a flu that I caught because my daughter coughed into my mouth. Just hit me right in the back of the throat. Like, thanks, honey. I'm sick right now. I can feel it already. She did this, by the way, because she's trying to tell me a secret. And she thinks you tell secrets into people's mouths. She takes her whole face. Which is inconsiderate, borderline retarded behavior, if you ask me. And by the way, she's 5 years old. What secret does she have that I really need to hear? Like, she's gonna tell me a secret and I'm gonna go, holy shit, are you serious? Oh my God. Honey, I won't tell anybody. That is fucked up though, seriously? She got an abortion on Christmas Eve? Oh my God. She's 5 years old. You know what that means? Nothing that she says matters. She's never said anything actually important in her entire life. I literally could have missed every word this fucking kid has ever said, and nothing would be different. Everything would have been exactly the same. I enjoy the things she says. They're beautiful and poetic. I love hearing them, but I don't have to fucking hear any of it. And that's an important distinction. If you're a parent, you just start making it. Because you can't listen to them all the time that they're talking. Because they're talking all the time. And they just talk whenever. They don't give a shit what you're doing. or if it's a good time. I'm in a shootout with the cops, and she's telling me all kinds of shit. She doesn't care because she's fine. They're self-absorbed people. They have no ability. No 5-year-old ever goes like, no, go ahead and finish. I'll tell you after. It's fine. They just can't. And sometimes it's impossible. Like the other day I was in New York City with my kids, and I got 2 of these fucking things. Remember that, please. 2 of them. And we're in the crowded streets. I got this one here, the 2-year-old. I'm carrying. She can walk, but she won't. She's a bullshitter. So I'm carrying her. And she weighs like 20 babies, this kid. She's tiny, but she's got the density of a dying sun. I don't understand how she's this heavy. It feels like a fat raccoon holding a bowling ball. That's what she feels like. And the pain in my shoulder is intense. And it's sending signals to my brain like, you don't love her, just drop her. She doesn't matter. Just let her die. So I'm fighting that on this side. I got the 5-year-old like this. I hope it's her. I haven't looked back in about an hour. I'm just dragging somebody tiny just through many strangers' thighs. Briefcase corners are hitting her in the temple. I don't give a shit. I'm in a hurry because my pocket's vibrating and my wife's calling to see where I am, even though she sent me to do this shit. And I'm yelling into my pocket like she can hear me. I'm fucking coming! Shut up! And this one is talking the whole time. The whole time. With a tiny voice 2 feet off the ground. What am I gonna listen to this shit? Really? What am I gonna take a knee every 2 seconds? What's that, sweetie? Go ahead. What's that? What? Excuse me, sir. Go ahead. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes dogs are brown. That's very true. It's a good thing I didn't miss any of that shit coming out of your stupid face. What kind of a father would I be if I pretended to listen to that? I remember the first time my daughter said a whole sentence. That was a big deal because she had never made a whole thought by herself. She just said the little words, and I was doing the dishes, and behind me I just hear her, she just goes, Daddy, I don't like chicken. I dropped my plate. My wife and I cried and hugged. It was a big moment. A week later, I'm making dinner. She goes, Daddy, I don't like chicken. Well, we're fucking having chicken. What are you talking about? I don't like chicken. I don't like you, okay? I don't like you. I don't like people that make me work and don't appreciate what I make for them. You don't like chicken? Make whatever the fuck you want then. Get out of your shitty little plastic chair and make your own dinner. Whatever it is you want so much. I don't like chicken. You'll like the chicken when I shove it up your ass, because that's where it's going if you don't eat it. Seriously. I will grind it up in the Cuisinart and then blow it up your ass with a straw. I gotta feed her. She's gotta eat. When your kid won't eat, you just go crazy because you have a physical need to feed them. It's an instinct. And when they're sitting there just looking at their food, you're like, just fucking eat it! You'll die, you idiot. Eat the food. I don't like it. It doesn't matter. Put it in your face. They have your footprint at the hospital. They know that I have you. I'm not allowed to let you die, you piece of shit. Eat it. You have a social security number. You're on the grid, motherfucker. Eat. If you're skinny, I go to jail. Do you understand? And I love my kids and I die for them, but my life fucking stinks. It just does. It's what it is when you're a parent. You know, it's all the pleasures are gone. Nobody fucks you ever again. That shit's just over. You can't sleep. You don't sleep. You don't eat. You don't eat meals. You just eat at the sink fast, standing up. Some macaroni and cheese that she didn't fucking eat. And that's your dinner now. With people yelling, hurry up, I'm just trying to get... You don't do anything fun. Your single friend's like, did you see that movie? No, I didn't see the fucking movie, okay? And you can't even enjoy being a parent because there's no pride in it because we suck at it. Everybody sucks. We make huge mistakes, and then you just go, whoops, permanent damage there, move on, I guess. My 5-year-old has all these twitches and weird fears. I'm like, good luck with that shit, honey. That's all my handiwork. Sorry. And it gets harder, too. You think it's going to get easier. Like when they're babies, you think that's the hard part because you got to do everything. You got to feed them. You got to put their clothes on. You got to put them in the car. You got to do everything. But you think it's going to get easier because they're going to grow up and do all this shit for themselves. But they're not. They're going to grow up and be able to, but they fucking won't do it. So it's actually easier when they're babies because when you want them to eat, you just take food and just shove it in their face. You got to put on a shoe. You just take a foot and put a shoe on it. Just pull her arms through the sweater. Throw her in the car and kick the door closed. And then you get the parents live for the tiny vacations from their kids. The little tiny, like when you put your kids in the car and you close their door and that little walk around to your own door. It's like a carnival cruise. It's just the greatest. And you just stand at your door like, okay, oh, that was bad. Fuck. Whoa, that shit was, what did I say? Fuck, that was bad. Okay, everybody. I was changing my daughter the other day, and she's too old for diapers now, but she's still in them, and it's bad because this kid does not poop. This kid craps. This is not okay anymore. I was changing her diaper the other day. It was like a 48-year-old alcoholic man's shit in her diaper. Like she was out all night drinking Jaeger, and she went to Denny's and got a Grand Slam. Ate half of it, got in a fight in a parking lot, and passed out in a Pontiac and shit herself. And her friends drove her home with the windows open and dumped her on my lawn. And now I gotta clean it. And it's crazy. And you can't even react. You can't go like, what the fuck? That's disgusting. You'll fuck them up about their own shit. You gotta be nice. You open her diaper, it's just chaos in there. It's just bananas. It's just, every shit amazes me. I'm never used to it. Everyone, I'm like, okay, wow, what is that? You have been eating diarrhea for a week, I think. Because that's awful. But you can't. You gotta be like, you just go, oh, wow. You really got something there, honey? That's really something. That's really okay. Well, all right, let me scrape that off your knees for you. Just get it down off your back. Just get all this hazmat in one place. Wipe you down. Clean your tiny vagina at the end. Who knew that was going to be my life? I had no idea that my relationship to the vagina was going to be cleaning shit out of a tiny one several times a day. They don't tell you that. When you're getting ready to be a dad, nobody pulls you aside and says, you're going to have to clean the vagina a lot because every time she takes a shit, it goes straight up her twat. They don't tell you that. Nobody tells you. And they should. It's a big part of being a dad. It's bigger than Christmas. It happens every day. And you got to get it right, front to back. It's very important. I'm glad I got girls, though. Girls are great. I don't want to clean shit off of some kid's balls. I'm glad that's not my job. I don't. Boys feel weird about them. I have nephews that come over and they play in the sprinkler naked with their little red dicks, and I just don't like their little penises bother me. I don't know. I just get this weird feeling like they're going to come over and fuck my nose or something with their little dicks. I know it's an irrational fear, but it's very real to me. I'm going to fall asleep in a lawn chair and wake up. What? What are you doing? It's fucking my nose. She's like, fuck, get out of there. Control your kids, could you? They're fucking my nose while I'm sleeping. Boys are hard to raise, man. All my sisters have boys, and I just feel for them because It's really hard, and they really do. Here's the thing, though. Girls are just as hard to raise, but on a whole other level. They're different. Here's the difference to me between boys and girls. Boys fuck things up. Girls are fucked up. That's the difference. Boys just do damage to your house that you could measure in dollars like a hurricane. Girls, like, leave scars in your psyche that you find later, like a genocide or an atrocity. Like, my sister-in-law came over once with her little boy. He's like 4 years old, and she comes over, and she's been with him all day, so she's in bad shape. She's got a drink, and she's like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. And I put like an army blanket around her, trying to calm her down. And then her little boy walks up to her. He's got a handful of sand. I don't know where he got it. There's no sand in my home. He's got a handful of it. Walks up to his mom and just throws it right in her drink. It's all she had. And he just ruined it. Really confident, too. Not like this. He was like, yeah, that's where that shit goes, right there. And I was blown away by this because I have girls, they would never dream of doing that. It wouldn't even enter their heads that a person could do that. But they're fucked up. Like my 5-year-old, the other day, one of her toys broke. And she demanded that I break her sister's toy to make it fair. And I did. That's how much shit she gave me. I broke the little toy, and I felt awful. I was like crying. And I look at her, she's got this creepy smile on her face. That's it. That's the difference between boys and girls. And it becomes the difference between men and women, really. Because a man will, like, steal your car, or burn your house down, or beat the shit out of you. But a woman will ruin your fucking life. Do you see the difference? Like, a man will cut your arm off and throw it in a river. But he'll leave you as a human being intact. He won't fuck with who you are. Women are non-violent, but they will shit inside of your heart. My wife and I, we've been married for about 9 years now, so we're almost done. And after 9 years and 2 kids, you start looking at each other like, no, I'm not going to just keep doing this. Who would do that? We went to therapy for a while, and the therapist was like, one day he goes, you should go on a date. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm not going. I did go on a date with my wife, and I don't think I'm going to call her again. It wasn't really fun. Some things do get easier as you've been married for a while. You start to understand each other better, and you start looking at yourself more. You spend a lot of your marriage looking at the other person and trying to change them or figure them out. Then you start realizing what you're bringing to the table, and you blame them less for shit, you know? Like, my wife will never fuck me again. I know that now. But I just feel differently about it. I used to get mad. I used to be like, she hasn't fucked me in months. How could she do that to me? Now I look at myself, and I'm like, how did she fuck me for years? She fucked me for years. She couldn't possibly have enjoyed most of those fucks. Which means she took about 500 for the team. You gotta respect that shit. Because I think it's hard for women to have sex if they don't feel like it. It's not a skill they have generally. Men have it. That's just different. We have different sexual skills. Men can fuck whatever. We don't care. We'll fuck you if we don't like you. Everybody knows that. But we'll fuck you even if we don't feel like fucking you. Even if we're not hard. Like, I'll fuck you. Give me a second. I'll find a way. We don't care. We'll fuck things. We'll fuck a rusty keyhole nailed to a donkey's ass. We don't give a shit. We are jizz on demand. We just have we don't care. Women have another skill, which is that they can decide whether or not to have sex with their minds, which is amazing to me. A woman can decide not to fuck in the middle of fucking. That is so weird to me that they can just stop because of some other shit that distracted them. If I'm fucking you, you could show me a picture of you cutting my mom's head off. And I'll be like, whoa. As soon as I come, we're going to have a talk about that picture. That's really... Because I need to come. I need to. Coming is a need. I came the first time when I was 12 and I haven't skipped a day. I come every day. And I've fucked maybe 20 times in my life, so it's just been me doing most of the work. And I really, I jerk off way too much and it upsets me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so selfish. I don't know what it is, but I know it's bad. I know I'm hurting somebody somewhere. There's something wrong with it. Like I was thinking the other day that you can figure out how bad a person you are by how soon after September 11th you masturbated, like how long you waited. And for me, it was between the two buildings going down. So I have a feeling that I had to do it. I had to. Otherwise, they win. That's the way I was looking at it at the time. It was a strange time for all of us. And I know you all waited a whole week because you're awesome, but I just couldn't do it. A boner's a boner. It's got to go. Something's got to happen. Boners they ruin everything. And I really hate boners. I hate every one I've ever had. I remember the first time when I was 9. That's the worst thing about a little boy's life is that you start getting boners when you're 9. And you don't come for 3 fucking years. It's 3 years of just vicious little boners. They don't go away. You just pass out moaning in a ditch somewhere. And you wake up, you're still hard. It's awful. If you ever see a 9-year-old boy on the street, just give him $20 because he's very unhappy. Or suck his dick, however you feel like you can help him out. I remember that, man. I remember being 9 and just being hard and not knowing why or what to do. I just would rub my dick against stuff. That's all I did. Everything. If I was sitting in front of a car, I would just press it against the car. Like, oh, it's warm from the sun. It's good. I used to run home from school after school so I could fuck my whole house, basically. I would just fuck the house. I'd fuck the walls and the floor. If you have a 9-year-old at home, he's fucking your house right now. Because that's what we do. We had a corduroy couch. That couch was my bitch. I fucked it all day. Just humping with no results. Just frustrated. I used to do weird things with my dick too. Like I'd close it in the refrigerator door. I don't know why. I just liked the pressure. I liked that one side was metal and the other was that accordion like rubber with a magnet in it. The cold air on my balls. It's good. It's good. I don't know why. It's good. I don't know how I ever got laid, really, because I was awful at it. I still am. I never understood, like, there's guys that just have this confidence and they can, like, go out with a girl, know when to lean in and kiss her and shit. I couldn't, I would just go, can I ever fuck you? Like, I just blurted it out. I remember one night I was with a girl, I was like 20 years old, I was already doing stand-up, and I did a show in Washington, D.C., and after the show, one of the waitresses came back to my hotel. She was really cute. And we're making out in my hotel, and she's into it. She's like humping me. So I start putting my hand up her shirt, and she stops me. I'm like, okay. So then we're making out more, and I start putting my hand on her ass, and she stops me. So after a while, she went home. Nothing happened. And then the next night I saw her at the club, and she goes, hey, what happened last night? I was like, what? And she goes, how come we didn't have sex? I was like, because you didn't want to. She's like, yes, I did. I was really into it. I was like, why did you keep stopping me? And she goes, because I wanted you to just go for it. I was like, what does that mean? She says, I'm kind of weird. I get turned on when a guy just gets frustrated and just holds me down and fucks me. Like, that's a big turn on for me. And I was like, well, you should have told me. I would have happily done that for you. And she says, no, it has to feel real and dangerous. I'm like, what are you, out of your fucking mind? You think I'm just gonna rape you on the off chance that hopefully you're into that shit? Kind of an idiot. I'm getting kind of a rapey vibe from this girl. I don't know. I suspect she might enjoy being raped. Maybe that's her thing. I don't want to ask first and ruin it, so just take a shot and rape her. What the hell? What's the worst that could happen after all? Jesus. But anyway, that's all history. Sex for me, it's gone. It's just me and my wife, and it's sad because my wife is beautiful. I love to look at her and I feel for her. She's gorgeous. She really is. She just turned 40 and she looks awesome. And it's not because she looks younger than 40. She looks 40 on the nose. But I like that. I didn't know I would, but I find it really sexy. I like that. I like women. It's a huge turn on. She's got gray streaks in her hair, and I find that sexy. I really do. She's got strong arms from picking up the kids. She's strong and sexy on a whole other level, you know? She's changing. She smells different. She used to have blue eyes. They're black now. She's like intense, kind of crazy looking, you know? And all these lines in her face from all the shit I did to her, you know? She's got character. She looks like one of those pictures from the Depression of the Dust Bowl farmers, you know? She's intense. I like it. It turns me on. That's what I like now. I like women, you know? Girls, I'm done. Long time ago. 22-year-old girls, God bless you. Go do a shot. Whatever the fuck you do with your time. Woo! That's not me anymore. I like women. And I know that that's offensive to 22-year-old girls. They're like, I'm a woman, I'm 22, I'm totally a woman. I study women's issues and I'm a woman. Not to me, sorry. To me, you're not a woman until you had a couple of kids and your life is in the toilet. That's really when you become a woman, is when people come out of your vagina and step on your dreams. You're still standing after that shit. You are a woman. If you're still going to clubs and you have a ponytail and a little dress, and you're standing outside of a club waiting to get in, it's 2 degrees, you got no jacket, a little dress, it's going to be great in there. You're a girl. I want to give you a sweater and a ride home. I don't want to fuck you. I'll jerk off to you, but I don't want to fuck you and get involved with a girl. I do want to fuck you, but you won't fuck me, so fuck you anyway. But I'll totally fuck you. But there's just a difference between girls and women, and it's not about age. Like there's a reason why they call it Girls Gone Wild. You notice there's no Women Gone Wild, because no one would fucking buy the Wild Women DVD. Because when girls go wild, they show their tits to people. When women go wild, they kill men and drown their kids in a tub. That's what wild women do. They don't show their tits to nobody. They fuck with their bras on. It's a whole other thing. Try taking your 4-year-old wife's picture when she comes out of the shower. Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here! It's not funny. You thought it would be cute? Like, no, she's like, fuck off! Sorry. Because she doesn't have tits anymore. She has breasts that need to be checked and maintained. I get bills for my wife's breasts. That's some grown-up woman shit right there. Girls have the titties with the little perky nipples, and that's awesome. But you're not a woman till you got long, chewed-up nipples. And you're not a man till you suck one of those fucking things either, by the way. Thank you very much, folks. I hope you had a good time. Thank you. Good night.
I'll do all the announcements that you would have heard. Please turn off your cell phones. I mean, you can take pictures, but turn off the flash. That's stupid, because it's not... You know, like when you're watching the World Series and there's all, like your flash is lighting Yankee Stadium. Just leave your flash off. If you have, don't yell out during the show. If you have something you want to say to me, totally, this is what we do. We write it down, and then you go outside in the lobby, and then you go home and you kill yourself. Because that's selfish. This is a rhetorical performance. It's got nothing to do with you. Don't text or Twitter during the show. Just live your life. Don't keep telling people what you're doing. Just because also, it lights up your big dumb face. It lights it up. I see this beautiful sea of darkness with then just one guy. So don't do that. What else? No Jews. I think they said that earlier, but they told me I have to say it. Jews aren't allowed. If you're Jewish, this is a good time to go. If you see somebody kind of Jewy looking, then please tell an usher, and they will. Sir, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
So you can have confidence, but you got to be a little, I mean, there's things that people did in history that I wouldn't have done, for sure. Like, I wouldn't have made an Auschwitz. I wouldn't have done that. What am I going to do with an Auschwitz? Yeah, Auschwitz is not one of those where you're like, it was the times, It was a horrible thing, obviously. Auschwitz, horrible. They killed people. They killed children. They killed little children in Auschwitz who could have grown up and moved to Brooklyn and hated black people, and they didn't get to do that. It's terrible. I know. I had a friend who's a comedian in England, and he made a joke about Auschwitz, and he got in a lot of trouble. There was a big shitstorm, and at one point, Auschwitz tweeted about his joke. It's true. It's an Auschwitz with a blue check. So it was like, oh, cool, it's really them, And they tweeted like, that's not funny. Why is the death camp tweeting? Who's running the social accounts at Auschwitz? I got a summer job at Auschwitz. I'm running their Twitter. A lot of what they teach kids is just to make them polite people, Like they teach them that there's words you shouldn't use. There's bad words. Don't use the bad words. I can't teach my kids that because I do this for a living. But I didn't want my kids to be, assholes. So I used to tell them, like, okay, look, there's no bad words. There's no bad words. All words are good, bad, nothing. But there's some people that get upset when you use certain words. So if you're going to use those words, look at the person first and try to guess if they're that kind of person. Sometimes you can offend somebody when you weren't even trying to. Like there's certain phrases, certain statements that if you're going to say them, you should say them without stopping in the middle. Certain things, if you're going to say them, don't clear your throat in the middle. Okay? You don't want to say things like, there are too many black people suffering from discrimination. We need to stop the Jews from feeling excluded. I once fucked a baby, and then I fucked him again. So you want to get through that one. Otherwise, people get the wrong idea. They'll think you only fucked that baby once. Okay, this is a book about Jesus. Actually, the whole book is not about Jesus. Only this much. Only that much is about Jesus. The rest of it is the Jews going like, and then we walked for 50 years in the desert, and we only had a little bit of oil. It was difficult. It's verbose. It's a lot. Look at it. It's just Jews just fucking, and then Jacob bought a goat, and he had Isaac, who had Ruth, who had Abraham. I mean,
And Abraham lived to be 800. Yeah, I bet he did, too. The Jews in the early chapters are all like 800, and then God was like, I can't with these fucking Jews for 800 years. I can't. We're starting heart disease right now. Cut them down to 10%. There's a few missteps in the Jesus story, I'm telling you. Like when he went to Jerusalem for the first time, his friends put him on a donkey and they took him through town, through Jerusalem, and they're like, King of the Jews, y'all. King of the motherfucking Jews. And the Jews did not like that. The Jews were like, not my president, whatever.
I was talking to my friend the other day about Jesus, Christ. And I don't remember why, but I happened to mention that Jesus was Jewish. And my friend said, he was? And I said, yeah, Jesus was Jewish. And he said, I don't think so. And I said, that's okay. It already all happened. Doesn't matter what you think. But he argued with me. He was like, dude, Jesus couldn't be Jewish. Think about it. I'm like, you fucking think about it, you idiot. What was he then in your... Was he Presbyterian? What was he? Catholic? Okay, Jesus was Catholic. And he had a gold chain with a cross. And when they nailed him up, he was like, oh, that's why we have those. That finally makes sense. I didn't even know. Oh, fuck, that's me. I'm the little guy on it. I'm curious about God. I'm curious about his life. I'm curious about God's existence. What's that like to be God? You know, we don't know anything about him. I think one reason people don't believe in him because we don't have a sense of God, because it doesn't say anything anymore. He used to talk all the time. He used to go up to people on the street. Hey, tell everybody I said that. I'm writing on the rocks. Look at that. Do it. And it was confused. Everybody's like, oh, okay, trying to figure it out. And then for 2,000 years, he just, nothing, says nothing. And everybody's fighting. He could clear a lot of shit up with a 5-minute press conference. If God spoke for 5 minutes, he'd solve a lot of problems. He just showed up, all right, everybody, yeah, I'm the Lord, okay. Real quick. First of all, Mormons just, no. What is that? Just go home. Also, Jews with the little things, what the fuck, I don't know. Put a hat on or don't, nobody gives a shit. This is weird, I hate these. I hate them. I send everybody with one of those to hell every day. I do, it's just my thing, just so you know. Do what you want, but that's where you're going. Now you know. Also, I don't care who you fuck, I don't care. It never mattered. It was Adam and Eve and Steve, they were all fucking each other. I was jerking off to it was a great time. So it's not an issue for me. I don't know why it is for you. Have fun and use all the holes, that's what I say. Also, you're supposed to fuck the animals. That's why I made them. Why are you not fucking the animals? There's only like 30,000 of you fucking the animals. What are the rest of you? You're eating them? That's disgusting. What is wrong with you? How could you eat a perfectly fuckable pig? Saith the Lord. I hate New York, I really do. I used to love New York, but I hate it now. I'd rather be in Auschwitz than New York City, honestly. I would. I mean Auschwitz now. I mean today Auschwitz. Not back when it was open. I mean now. It's nice now. There's a gift shop. People go there on purpose. They buy tickets. I think that's weird. That people buy tickets to Auschwitz. That's weird. If you could have told those people back then, people are going to buy tickets to come here. Yeah, wrap your head around that. Jew. That's, all right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, never again, I promise. That's what we say about the Holocaust, never again. Because they killed 6 million Jews. If they only killed like 10,000, would it be like, okay, 2 more times? And then taper off, because
It's a little much. I'll tell you, I went to Auschwitz. This is a true story. I actually did go to Auschwitz because I was doing shows in Poland. Because I had to go to Poland to do shows. So I was in Krakow. So I went to the camp. And I went there because of a very personal reason. Because I had family there. I had a lot of family there. 44 members of my family were in Auschwitz during World War II. I mean, they were guards. They worked there. No. They were Jews and they died. It's okay. Don't be offended. It's true. We lost the whole family there. Everybody, because we were Hungarian Jews. My grandfather, on my father's side, he's the only one who made it. The rest of them, all 44 of them, went to Auschwitz, which I think they really regretted. But that's what happened, because the Hungarians sent all their Jews to. They weren't even occupied Hungary. They're just like, yeah, take our Jews. And they sent my whole family there, and they all died in Auschwitz, except for him. My grandfather's the only one who made it, because he got the fuck out of there before it started. In the late 20s, he fucking smelled that shit, and he got the fuck out. And he went to Mexico. He migrated to Mexico. And we found his immigration card. My uncle and I did the family history, and we found it. It says nationality, Hungarian, and it says religion, Catholic. And there's a picture of him like... He's like, fuck it, they don't know what a Jew looks like in Mexico. That's where I'm going. And that's why I'm alive, because he made that choice. It's also why I'm not Jewish. He was like, Jew schmoo, we're not fucking Jewish. Somos católicas. That was my abuelito. Became a fucking Mexican fast. That's what happened. That's how he made it. He's a fascinating guy, my grandfather. His name was Geza. That was his name. And he had a brother named Geza. It's weird, but I looked it up, and here's what happened. His parents had a baby, and they named it Geza, and it died. The baby died. So they had another one, and they just said, fuck it, Geza, let's just do it again. Because that's what it was like. The babies died. It was no big deal back then. It was just like, yeah, that was a shitty baby. Let's do another one. Why'd your baby die? Because it sucked. Why does any baby die? At least we found out quick. Fuck it, this one's good. That's what it was like forever until recently. The human race was all the good babies, and the shitty ones, that's just the way it worked. It's not like that now. Now we save every baby. The shittier the baby, the bigger the effort. Because we love it. We love saving the shitty babies. There's always a documentary. Look at this baby. He's a fucking mess. Do you see that shit? We're going to save it. Make it live. And the baby's like, please don't. But we don't like when babies die. We get more upset when a baby dies. Who knows this baby? Did you hear about Jeff? No, he was here for one day. Nobody met him. And then if you die when you're old, nobody gives a shit. They're like, he was here long enough. Fuck him. You ever tell somebody, like, your grandmother died? My grandmother died. You're like, I'm so sorry. How old was she? She was 98. Oh. Why'd you even tell me?
You're watching another